Hello, how are you? I'm Diane Greenfield, ASLO Secretary, and I'm thrilled to provide you with an update of ASLO's membership. Most of the information I'm going to discuss today are about our 2021 membership. So in 2021, ASLO had 3,532 members. This is a 6% increase relative to 2020, which is excellent news, so ASLO is growing. The graph shown in front of you shows our total membership over time since 1984 when we first started to tally members. And in 2001, we had a new student category, student members, and that's what that black bar is shown to you. Over our last 9 years, you see that there's been a lot of fluctuations in terms of overall members. A lot of this was due to conference incentives, as denoted by the pink asterisks. But overall, our membership from last year is pretty consistent with our long-term average, which is good news. Let's talk about membership categories. The time series shown to you is specifically about the period that I just showed in that green rectangle. In 2021, our greatest increases in terms of numbers were students. In addition, we saw an increase in developing countries and emeritus categories. The increase in students last year contrasts 2020, which actually had a decline. So it's good news that we have more students joining. However, the proportion of regular members, which is generally ASLO's most stable category, does seem to be slightly declining. The time series shown in front of you shows regular members in blue, student in green, early career in pink, and emeritus in yellow. I will note that the drop in regular members from 2011 to 2012 is due to the introduction of the early career membership category. In other words, several regular members were eligible for the early career category and then switched their categories at that time. This is our global membership. 99% of members share their country or territory of origin. And we represent 81 countries or territories, so we're very globally diverse. However, our most abundant regions in terms of membership is North America, followed by Europe, and then Asia. The countries with the most members are the United States, followed by Canada, Germany, Japan, the UK, and then Sweden. Let's talk about our new and renewed members. Last year, we had 2,351 people renew their ASLO membership, which is terrific. Of those renewals, regular members are the most likely to renew. Of our new members, these are people who joined ASLO, not renewals. Most of those were students. The pie charts in front of you show renewals and new members in the left and right, respectively. The colors are the same as those that I showed on the time series, specifically regular in blue, student members in green, and early career in pink. And you can clearly see that the majority of new members were students. Let's talk about who we are scientifically. 83% of members share their primary field, and our expertise span oceanography, limnology, and both oceanography and limnology. A plurality said that their primary field was oceanography. However, both limnology and the two combined are increasing over time. We also still consider ourselves very interdisciplinary, and a lot of people selected at least one of biology, chemistry, geology, optics, and/or physics as their primary field or fields. The next two slides are data from our annual membership survey. So this is a one-time survey that's circulated that tries to get membership demographic information. Completion of these surveys are entirely voluntary. Last year, 52% of members share their age bracket. That is a decline from previous years. Of respondents, 23% were in the 36 to 45 year age bracket, and the total dispersion is shown in the pie chart to the left. The decline in survey participation with that time series shown in the right is consistent with previous years, where we've seen a decline in participation in terms of our age survey. In other words, fewer people are providing their age when asked in the survey. We also saw a similar decline in most questions aimed at membership demographics. For example, We also asked for the second year in a row gender identity. And last year, 82% shared gender identity. The overall tendency for dispersion in genders remains similar to previous years, in which the majority of members identified as male, followed by female, non-binary, and prefer not to say. Unfortunately, we did not have sufficient responses in the 2021 membership survey to conduct meaningful assessments of the two combined. In other words, age and gender. So within a particular age bracket, what was the gender dispersion? In fact, only 40% of members provided both of those sets of information. And so unlike a few years ago when I was able to discuss those types of trends, unfortunately, I cannot provide those data this time. But let's talk about the big picture. The big picture is very encouraging. Despite the global scale challenges of COVID-19, ASLO remains strong. We are a resilient society, and we've seen a pretty robust number of new members and renewals. We do see, however, a slight decline in regular members. And despite the encouraging numbers, student numbers do seem to be fluctuating. And in fact, that category is certainly the largest category in terms of numbers of fluctuating numbers over time. And so what this means is that ASLO has been doing a lot of thought about what these trends mean and what might be causing and driving them. And we also seen that for the second year in a row, survey participation in non-academic demographic questions were too low to conduct meaningful analysis. So this is an issue because these data enable the board to establish baseline data, track demographics over time, and most importantly, understand who our membership is. So who are the people who comprise our valuable membership? The reason why this is would be helpful is because it helps us better serve our membership more effectively. ASLO is discussing this issue and how to address it, and we would love to hear your feedback. Please reach out, and most of all, thank you for joining, and I hope that you continue to be a member of our wonderful society and continue to support. And again, please reach out and find out more about how you can help and contribute to our wonderful society. Have a nice day.